Hey guys, what's up? This is Ina and welcome back to my channel Sports House video. This is a new episode of With Love from Ina. So this episode is your voice is just as important. So it's actually not just your voice, it really also is your feelings. Remember that your feelings and your voice is valid. Your feelings are valid and your voice should be heard. It shouldn't be kept in the shadows because you deserve so much more. You deserve a lot more. Remember that. Don't step down in order to have someone else's satisfaction be done, or rather to have someone else's happiness run over yours. I think I can relate this to relationships. Whatever relationship it may be. Your parents, well then again, your parents are a different case, so let's not talk about that. Let's not touch on that yet. But it could be as simple as your friendships or your relationships in general. Your boyfriend or your girlfriend. It's difficult with these relationships. And sometimes, relationships are tricky. No one ever said it was easy. It's a two-way thing. It's never a one-way because there are two people in a relationship. Of course, if you have a relationship with yourself, I will judge. Good for you. But going back, I'm pretty sure a lot of us can relate when we have certain relationships with people and sometimes we can't really decide for ourselves, or rather, no, we've already decided for ourselves, but then we kind of step off and let the other person decide for the both of you, and it's really what that person wants and not really what you want. It sucks. It sucks when those things happen because obviously you want to go to A, but your partner wants to go to B. Sometimes some of us force ourselves to just enjoy B and forget about A. And because you kind of keep your feelings to yourself, you kind of start building up this bottle or filling up this bottle. You're always letting this person step on you, or you're always letting these people's choices and wants and needs step over yours, that you kind of end up filling up this bottle and then you just burst one day, and it's not pretty. I think the easiest I can explain this when it comes to relationships is when you feel like your partner hasn't really been showing the same affection that they did the first time you got together. But this person keeps saying, oh yeah, I really love you. I still love you. I'm really busy right now, things like that. But then you never really feel that affection. You never really feel that love. And every time you talk to this person, yeah, I'm fine. How are you? It never really goes, by the way, I'm feeling this. Those like little texts, like what you type versus what you want to type, or what you want to say versus what you want to say. Things like that. That you are pretending. You're basically becoming an actor. Some of us kind of build it up and we build like a character around us that, yeah, it's fine, and we end up building a wall, and it ends up being so messy at the end because we automatically think that, oh, our feelings aren't valid, my feelings aren't important, my voice doesn't really have anything to do with it, it's not worthy of a conversation, things like that. But really, once you become honest with yourself, once you become honest in this relationship, that weight is literally just pushed off your shoulder. That once you tell this person, once you tell your partner, hey, I support everything that you've been doing, and I'm so happy for you that you're getting that new promotion at work, but I just want to be honest that I haven't really been feeling the love and affection that we once had before. Something like that. And I know you're probably thinking other things already. You're like, excuse me, what are you saying? But really, if you're honest about your feelings, right after you've said that, the weights are being lifted off of your back or your shoulder one by one, all because you were being honest. And of course, there's a difference between being tactless and frank and honest, or honesty. It's two different things. Actually, it's three different things, because being frank is also another different thing. Tactless is a whole nother level. No. Being honest is way different. And most importantly, if you're being honest with your heart, or from your heart, sometimes what you're saying can actually affect the other person. What I'm trying to put out here is that you have a voice, a beautiful voice that really needs to be heard, that you should be able to just shout it out, not literally shout it out, but you're supposed to be able to bring it out to the world and say, this is me, this is what I want to say, and I just want you to know it, because if I don't say it now, I might regret it in the end. And of course, it's up to this person, it's up to your partner how they're going to take it. He or she might not take it well, and he or she might not be so open to the idea. And I mean, we're all different. We're all human. But what matters the most is that you are feeling much better now. If in the event that you and your partner do separate, you were honest about it. I saw this video earlier. I will be linking it down below. It was a spoken word poetry, and it was really nice. It was about love. It's about stop saying I love you. Basically, the context was don't say I love you if you don't mean it. It was actually based on an elderly couple as well. and them being asked how did they last for 65 years, because they grew up in a generation where love is so important that if something was broken, they fix it. And I remember one of my great aunties, well, not related to me, but she's one of the greatest aunties I've ever had, that the reason why she and her husband have lasted for so long is that they make sure they're not fighting before they go to bed. Whatever little quarrels they have, they solve before they go to bed, so that when they sleep at night, it'll be comfortable. There are no heavy hearts, there are no rain clouds above their heads, and they'll be able to sleep soundly and wake up to a new morning for a fresh start. And I think something about that, just being honest with your partner, or just being honest with your friends, or being honest with someone in general, and letting them know how you feel before it's too late, is so important. That your voice, it matters. It matters so much. How you're feeling, it matters. Don't let anyone ever let you think that your feelings are not valid, that your voice is nothing. And I know it's probably very easy for me to say this. If you look at a more deeper meaning, or a more stretched out way, the fact that you were able to be honest about what you really wanted, and maybe, who knows, you do end up getting your way. Maybe you don't. But the fact that you were honest about something that you've always wanted to do, or the fact that you've always wanted to say this thing, and you want to just get it off your chest, is so much more admirable. It's so much more beautiful that you're being vulnerable. Some people see vulnerability as a point of weakness, but really vulnerability is such a beautiful thing, because you're allowing people in, you're showing yourself to others, your true self, you're opening yourselves up to them and really letting them know that this is you, that there is no facade, there is no anything, this is the real you, knowing that you are worthy of the truth and the honesty and the love, and that you are so much more capable of something greater. So yeah, live your truth, speak your truth, and know that being honest with your heart is much better than keeping it all in and having a heavy heart. All right, I'm gonna end this one here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember that you are worthy and loved.